Hello folks, Matt here on the planet and welcome to another episode of the Berlin Marathon training program. So this is me training for Berlin. Berlin is 21st of September. So we've got a good 3 months left in the training block. The training, obviously I've been training for about a couple of months already, really, but at least 6 weeks. And it's been going well, but obviously we've had a couple of disruptions, not really disruptions, but a couple of races in there that we've done. Obviously, a couple of weeks back, we've just ran the Edinburgh half marathon, which was a good race. I've gone out there to try and run a sub 40-minute 10k, rather than a brilliant time overall on the whole half marathon. Go check out that video if you like. And then a few weeks before that, we were over in Colorado running the Colorado Marathon. So that was something I've been wanting to do for a while. Really beautiful race. And that was fantastic. So it's kind of like, obviously there's been a bit of racing effort being put into those. A bit of recovery required after those, although I've still kept the training up. So it's taken another, probably over the last few weeks to get my fitness back up to where I feel I should be. I think if you follow me on the Strava, probably one of the good workouts I did last week, I managed to hit all the paces in the workout. It's the Run Dream Achieve plan that I'm basically following for the training block. So this is the first time I've really properly followed the training plan. Obviously I won't do everything within it to the exact workout in there, but obviously all the workouts I'm actually going to do. I was almost hitting the ones of the first couple of weeks, or the first 5 or 6 weeks, almost getting there. But it's only been the last couple of workouts really where I've managed to really hit them on pace. So it's given me an indication that my fitness is back where I want to be. And I can feel attack the next 3 weeks now at full pace. I do have another couple of races coming up before then, possibly 3 actually. We've got the Marathon in Derby, which is coming in about 3 weeks, which is a half marathon, so a relatively flat course as well. So it's a course that I could do probably a really good time, but I'm not going to go and try and break 1 hour 30 again. I'll probably use that race weekend as one of the workout days for the Run Dream Achieve training plan. So there'll be quite a lot of, I can't remember exactly what it is, but there's quite a lot of effort at Marathon Goal Pace. I might move the days around a little bit to suit the race weekend. So that's that. I'm going to head down to Quayside, do this run, and we'll speak to you a bit. Yes, so the other thing I wanted to do, obviously because this is the Berlin Marathon training program, what I wanted to do is to also discuss how my training is going, what kind of workouts and stuff I've been doing with the Run Dream Achieve plan. So I'm not going to expose everything that's on that plan. I'm not sure the guy at Run Dream Achieve, Nathan, would appreciate it if I told everybody about every single workout I'm doing, but just to give you a kind of flavour of what we've been doing. Yeah, so stuff that's different to the way I train. Typically, I would train through my training block. I'd go down to the track and I'd typically do 800s 1 week. And then the rest of the week would be easy with a long run at the weekend, either kind of like around about 30 to 35k easy pace, and then followed by the other weekend, the opposite weekend, with like a 40k long run, which you'll have all seen that, and I kind of put like a lot of marathon goal pace into that. And that's kind of typically how I've been training over the last few training blocks. So where it's different is things like, let's say we'll take for May, for example, when I started back, got back after the Colorado Marathon, had an easy week of training and started picking up the sessions again. So one of the things that I've never done before is to go down to the track and do track sprints. So there's a 5k warm-up and then there was a 3k track session and a 3k cool down so that it's just basically easy pace for the warm-up and cool down. And then the session was track sprints. So basically it was to jog the corners and sprint the straights. So that's something that I've never done before, but it's obviously all about trying to develop the speed in the legs, not really thinking too much about the time. So you kind of like, you almost sprint 100 meters and then jog 100 meters. So it works out, you probably do about 15 of those for the run. And then in the same week, so even just a couple of days later, I was back down the track again doing 16 by 400. Now the 400 pace is pretty much similar to my 800 pace. So you can imagine running the same pace but for less distance is not too difficult. So I didn't really struggle, pretty much got that one. I think I was an average per second a rep behind on that one. So that was 8 kilometers essentially it worked out as for the workout. So that was already 2 workouts in a week. Typically I would only do 1, sometimes I would do 2, but usually I just do 1 kind of workout, especially if I've got the long run workout on the weekend following that. And then on the weekend I went up to Edinburgh, did the Edinburgh Marathon, but what I kind of done in there is I nicked the workout from the week after, and put it into the Edinburgh half marathon. And that was 9 kilometers at marathon goal pace. So basically I was doing 4:16 per kilometer pace. So as I was trying to do 40 minutes in the 10k there, just missed it by say kind of like 41 seconds, but I kind of ran up to roughly about 4:02, 4:03 pace for the half, for the 10k, and then the rest of the marathon was a bit slow. And then a few days later on the Tuesday, I went and did a session that I wouldn't normally do. These kind of 1 minute on, 1 minute off, 2 minutes on, 1 minute off. That's what it was, actually a 2 minute on, 1 minute off workout. There's something I find it difficult to do because you've either, how do you accurately program count for 2 minutes to run at a certain pace and drop off and run another pace. I'd much rather do something like 1 kilometer repeats or 800s on the track kind of thing. But I'm open to, I picked up this training program, I'm trying to follow it, so something new, trying it out, and you pretty much go a lot faster at that 2 minute for kind of like 3:40, 3:45 pace. So that was quite a tough workout. I did it at home where it's a little bit hilly, so it wasn't the easiest thing to do. Didn't quite hit the paces and had to have a few breaks in there. And I probably wasn't fully recovered from the marathon and the half marathon that I've just done. But nevertheless, it was good to try something out. And moving on to even just a couple of days later, it was 3 times 1.6 kilometers. Again, at a very aggressive pace. I can't remember exactly what the pace was for that because I haven't got the average, but it must have been something like, I think it was around about 4 minutes per kilometer pace, something like that. So it was pretty aggressive, might even be a bit faster than that. Again, that's something that I don't really do in the night time. I tend to just do a gentle jog around the quayside for 13 to 15 kilometers or something like that. So this was getting on for 3 times 1.6, getting on for 5k, kind of really aggressive, faster than marathon goal pace. And then coming up to Saturday, I did a 30 kilometer run, 5k warm up at home, and then 25k on the quayside. And then 8 kilometers of that was at 4:25 pace, so just below marathon goal pace. So, and that was pretty good, pretty decent workout. We pretty much managed to nail that one on the dot. And yeah, got some, so 8k steady pace, and the rest of it kind of like 22k easy pace to kind of develop the aerobic side of it as well. So quite happy with that workout. And then into this week, 7 times 1k repeats. And this is kind of this week just gone is kind of where I'm feeling, really quite strong. I feel like I'm back to full fitness now. VO2 max is getting back up there on my watch. I'm being able to, you know, I'm feeling fresh for the runs and stuff like that I'm putting in. And it just might be for two reasons. Obviously, that I have got over the kind of hangover from the races that you get in the legs, but also because some of the runs that I'm doing on this training plan, there's through the week I tend to do kind of like at least 10k. A lot of these are around about 10k distance, 10 to say 14k, but I would do a lot of like, you know, up to 15k, even up to 20k for me, easy runs once or twice a week. So they're coming down a little bit, and the pace and speedy runs are going up a little bit. So that's a little bit different. So that was, yeah. So that was 7 times 1k at down at the track, something faster than marathon goal pace. I think we're pushing on for actually I think it might be, yeah, just over 4 minutes per kilometre, something like that for that session. So roughly about a little bit slower than my 800 pace. And then a couple of days later, I think actually the workout was requesting me just to do 11k's, but didn't have enough time. And then the last 3k, which is the bit I did do at 4:12 per kilometre, so I come in just under that for the 3k. So that was another good workout. But kind of all the other workouts I should have done that I've done, I should be able to, you know, kind of hit that pace at 3:12, because Edinburgh I ran 4:02, 4:03 pace for 10k. So I was, you know, I was expected to be able to do 3k at 4:12. But there's obviously a bit of a thought in this to keep you fresh, keep you ready, get you ready for the next runs. So I haven't really pushed it too much. So I haven't really thought about it too much, and you know what's going on in too much detail, but just going with the plan and just seeing how the body reacts and whether I can get any faster. So it's been quite good. Obviously the real good runs that I'm looking forward to are the very pace long run, which comes up kind of like towards the end of the month. We've got the Ramathon Derby race, which is a half. Whether I put that into the race, I'm not too sure, because I think the workout is roughly about 36 kilometers in total. But the Ramathon's obviously only 21k, so how I squeeze that in there I don't know. So I might actually do it the week before or the week after or something like that. And then yeah, just today obviously we've been out the quayside Saturday, 32 kilometers, which I've just talked about, and kind of easy pace. So there's a good mix of easy and long runs that we normally do, probably a little bit easier than what I would normally do. But we're getting a bit more aggressive with the workouts that I'm doing. Kind of, you know, we're looking at least 2 workouts a week. Sometimes it's 3 workouts per week, which is not what I'm used to. But so far the body's reacting quite well. My volume is typically on a good week around about 80 to 90, maybe up to 100 kilometers in a training block. I think in the last one I hit 120. That was only for 1 week. This training block will probably go. Well, this training block will go. We'll probably hit 110 kilometers in one of the weeks this month, and then we're looking at like into July 120 and 140 kilometers. I haven't quite looked at the August stuff yet, so the volume is also getting up there. So some pretty aggressive weeks and workouts to come, but all up for it, ready to give it a go. So yeah, that's me training for Berlin. Berlin's on the 21st of September. Really enjoying trying out something new in terms of the training block, and we'll just have to see how it goes. See how it goes in Berlin, see how close to 3 hours we can get, whether we can break 3 hours or not, because it's a 3-hour training program I'm following, a sub-3 training plan. And yeah, I suppose that's it. So yeah, hopefully the update for the training's been quite good for you. Hope the shoe review's been good for you. Or actually, did I split this video into 2? I'm not too sure. In case it's too long, I might have split this video into 2. One for the shoe review part and one for the training log part. But so yeah, back to some more workouts next week on the training plan. So yeah, look forward to seeing all that and seeing how that goes. And that's it, yeah. So thanks very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.